The year was 44 BC. Julius Caesar, one of the most powerful men in Rome, was assassinated by his senators. How a man so beloved could be murdered by those he trusted? The reasons for wanting him dead remain shrouded in mystery. In this video, we will explore the grand conspiracy against Julius Caesar, the personal and political motives that drove the liberators to act, and why his close friend Brutus was among them. Join us as we unravel this age-old mystery, Julius Caesar and his assassination. On the Ides of March 44 BCE, Julius Caesar was tragically assassinated by 40 senators in Rome, Italy. His death sparked a series of wars that eventually ended the Roman Republic and saw the dawn of the Roman Empire. The conspirators behind the grand conspiracy against Julius Caesar feared him to be too powerful. They wanted to limit his power over Rome and its citizens before he could gain complete control. They feared that if they did not take action, they would suffer greatly under Caesar's rule or even become slaves. So, these men conspired together on this fateful day and took away one of Rome's greatest figures. Though their plan initially succeeded, but the assassination of Julius Caesar ultimately failed to restore the Roman Republic. The death of Caesar only resulted in more power struggles and civil war. Only after the Liberators' Civil War did the Roman Empire eventually come into being and marked a new era in Roman history. Who were the Liberators, and why did they want him dead? Having that Caesar's consolidation of power might damage the Republic's democratic foundations. A group of senators called the Liberators banded together to assassinate him. On March 15, 44 BC, they succeeded in their mission, stabbing Caesar 23 times, with fatal consequences for the Roman Republic. The conspirators saw themselves as defenders of freedom and democracy, but their actions had the opposite effect. Additionally, the death of Caesar left the Republic without a leader, plunging it into further chaos and disorder, and ultimately signaling its decline. The assassination of Caesar was more than a single act of murder. It was an attempt to reassert the Republican values that his absolute power had compromised. Although the Liberators may have sought to reinstate democracy and liberty, their actions only expedited the Republic's ultimate downfall, ushering in a period of civil war, tyranny, and instability. The Republic could never recover from the aftermath of Caesar's assassination and eventually gave way to an imperial form of government. While the Liberators may have thought they were doing something good and noble, their actions brought about the decline of the Roman Republic. The politics of the Roman Republic in 44 BCE. As a highly accomplished general and statesman, Julius Caesar enormously impacted Roman history. His short period of governance gave Rome new hope and set the stage for a long line of emperors. Born into a noble family around 100 BC, Julius Caesar came of age amidst a tumultuous period. Many were concerned about the erosion of the Roman Republic's democracy. The Roman Republic was known for its Senate and 4 assemblies: the Comitia Curiata, the Comitia Centuriata, the Concilium Plebis, and the Comitia Tribute. But Caesar faced much opposition to reforming Rome's political system. An alleged great conspiracy against Julius Caesar has been debated and discussed ever since. Historians now believe that the conspirators were a powerful group of senators who sought to preserve their privileges and vested interests. Nevertheless, their actions ultimately led to his assassination in 44 BC. Julius Caesar's death changed Roman history forever, with significant implications for the Western world. Though his rule was brief, he left a lasting legacy of reform and legacy that still resonates today. Impact of Julius Caesar on the Roman political system. In his early life, Julius Caesar took advantage of the instability in the Roman Republic and rose through the ranks of politics to become governor of Spain. After returning to Rome, he formed political alliances that enabled him to become governor of Gaul, which included what is now France and Belgium. Caesar increased the number of senators to strengthen his power, created new government reforms, and decreased Rome's debt. Additionally, he rebuilt 2 cities, Carthage and Corinth, and granted citizenship to foreigners living within the Roman Republic. He was also responsible for constructing the Forum Ilium. Julius Caesar's military, legal, and political reforms sought to strengthen Rome's economy, widen its citizenry, overhaul the tax system, and create a new political system. He introduced the Julian calendar, provided land grants to veterans of his military campaigns, and extended Roman citizenship to more people than ever. His actions caused alarm among some of his fellow politicians, who saw him as a threat to their authority. Eventually, they plotted against him and assassinated him on the Ides of March in 44 BCE, ending Caesar's reign over Rome and plunging the Republic into chaos. The grand conspiracy against Julius Caesar was one of the most well-known political assassinations in history, fundamentally altering the landscape of Roman politics forever. Brutus' relationship with Caesar. Brutus was a loyal and trusted friend of Julius Caesar, but he saw a dark future for Rome if Caesar was allowed to stay in power. Despite the deep friendship between the two, Brutus was determined to do what he felt was right for Rome. He feared that Caesar's ambition and thirst for power would lead to destruction and tyranny. Brutus was willing to sacrifice their relationship in order to protect the Roman Republic and its citizens. Marcus Brutus was one of the major conspirators in the Julius Caesar assassination event. Despite being an esteemed friend of Caesar and a man of great integrity, Brutus was part of the plot to murder him, believing that it was beneficial for the well-being of Rome. He felt that protecting democracy would prevent one man from having total power over the state and safeguarding his ancestors' legacy. He famously said, "I killed my best lover for the good of Rome. I have the same dagger for myself when my country needs my death." Why did Brutus join in the plot? Brutus had an affectionate connection with Julius Caesar, but he greatly devoted himself to Rome and its citizens. Thus, he decided to ally himself with the conspiracy to stop Caesar from obtaining too much authority. Cassius attempted to sway Brutus' opinion by sending him letters in various handwriting styles, emphasizing that the people felt threatened by Caesar's growing power. Ultimately, Brutus opted to join the conspiracy out of love for Rome and its people. In joining the conspiracy against Julius Caesar, Brutus showed his commitment to the Roman citizens and their best interests. His fondness for Caesar was strong, but his loyalty to Rome surpassed it. Cassius had been pushing Brutus towards this decision by sending him letters in different handwriting styles, highlighting that the populace was concerned about Caesar's burgeoning strength. In the end, Brutus chooses to become part of the conspiracy as an act of love for Rome and its inhabitants. Before his murder, Caesar had become increasingly disconnected from the traditions of the Roman Republic, which held that no single person should possess excessive power. Ancient sources report that he had been granted honors usually reserved for gods, such as a golden throne, chariot, and litter in the circus procession, temples, altars, statues, and his own private priest. It was perceived that Caesar was likely to be crowned king soon. Nonetheless, just a month prior, he had been designated as a dictator for life. This demonstrated his reluctance to surrender power, which consequently led to his downfall. We hope this video has given you a better understanding of the grand conspiracy against Julius Caesar. Help us grow by subscribing to the channel for more amazing content, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.